Hello, car detailers. The liquid wrap I want to talk about is not Plasti Dip, guys. It's not 2012 outside. I want to talk about liquid TPU wrap that started its way in 2019, and most of you probably missed it due to pandemic. No worries, I also missed it, so let's find out if TPU film is worth our attention. Get ready, and let's start.
Welcome to Hold My Beer Detailing.
Vinyl wraps started their way in 1954 and were used as an advertisement instrument on buses. They were an alternative to way more expensive paint. Such ads were widely used and in the 90s transformed into total bus wrap. Approximately at the same time, crazy car enthusiasts like us started wrapping their shitboxes. Well, this one probably costs like a new Ferrari, but let's say it was for the shitboxes.
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
The main purpose for street racers and car enthusiasts of using such wraps was similar. You can make your car unique without the need for complicated and expensive repaint. However, car tuners are a minority, even in the 90s. For most car owners, it was a waste of money, or it was just too expensive only for car look enhancement. The disadvantage of vinyl wrap is that it's too thin and does not provide any protection, which could at least somehow justify spending so much money for an ordinary driver. You want it? You got it. Approximately at the same time in the 90s, the US military developed a film to protect helicopter blades from debris. In the future, we will call it a PPF paint protection film, and it will become very popular in approximately 2015. However, in the 90s, no one was paying attention to this protection film, and I can understand them, as who wanted to protect this?
When you want something better, aspire.
So, 90s are over. People in the early 2000s start getting tired of playing the best Need for Speed parts. And the rise of vinyl wrap popularity start going down. Car enthusiasts begin to appreciate cars with a clean look. Well, except these guys. But let's better leave them alone before they try to leave rust on our cars. Around 2010, as car enthusiasts discovered Plasti Dip, a cheap way to make your car cool and matty. I was not a fan of this, but I understand the reason it was so popular, even among non-car enthusiasts. Sometimes I would say even more popular among non-enthusiasts. The reason is that Plasti Dip is the first kind of wrap that you can apply DIY, and you can make it even near your house. I don't know how it can be possible, but a plastic and aerosol invented in 70s that was developed for dipping tool handles to improve grip was not lasting long on car paint. It did not stop people from using it on their cars. But eventually, people got tired of respraying their cars every weekend. So Plasti Dip lost its popularity in car world. Drivers were not getting bored, so it was the right time to get back to US military protective film, which now is known as PPF. It was a product that improved car paint protection and is still commonly used by many car owners. Now you can explain to a regular car owner why he needs it. Nobody wants scratches on their car and then having a headache with repainting. This film allows you just to replace the film and be able to use your car already in the same day you got a minor car accident. While with repaint, you may become a pedestrian for a week. However, things are not so perfect as well. Such protective film is very expensive, and nobody knows what kind of accident he will have to save money and protect only certain body panels. So while PPF still provides superior protection, high prices are not allowing it to become too popular. And this is the part where we are getting to our today's hero, a liquid TPU wrap, where TPU stands for thermoplastic polyurethane. It's a wrap that is applied like paint and has properties similar to PPF film, and at the same time has a huge palette of colors as vinyl wrap, including transparent. So it's kind of a mix that includes the pros and cons of all the previous wraps. Let's dive deeper into the advantages and disadvantages of liquid TPU wrap, as it's the only way we can find out if it's a good or a bad option for our cars. The first advantage is protection properties. I think the first and the main reason most people probably want to wrap a car is to improve its protection. Wax and ceramic coating protects your paint mainly from UV rays, chemicals, and harsh environmental hazards. They do not provide enough protective properties from scratches, so people start looking into wrapping. And this is what liquid TPU wrap will provide you with. It will protect your car from minor car accidents. As PPF films, I need to remind you that high-quality PPF films are made of TPU. You can apply several layers of liquid TPU, which will be more expensive, but will allow you to get the same protection level as with PPF. The second advantage is wrap repair. With liquid wrap, you can make a local scratch or dent repair without the need of rewrapping the whole body panel. The third benefit, compared to PPF, where you have usually only a transparent color option. With liquid TPU, you can pick nearly any colors, including pearl, chameleon, or metallic colors, and choose from gloss and matte finishes. So we can say it's a liquid wrap with PPF protection properties. Another benefit is mainly for professional detailers who will use liquid TPU, as it will allow you to apply the product on complicated forms or small details without insane headaches. It's a benefit for customers too, as detailer will make no cuts to fit the form as with PPF, which means fewer chances of bubbles appearing and a better overall look. And you already want to tell me that if this wrap is so good, then it's probably too expensive, right?
You can't afford me.
Well, I was surprised, but no. Actually, the cost of covering the entire car with liquid TPU is around 2 times cheaper than wrapping it with high-quality PPF, which makes its price similar to vinyl wrap costs, but provides superior protection to vinyl wraps. Of course, consider that the quantity of base layers and your location will influence the final costs. So before making the final decision, check available options in your area. Now let's talk about the disadvantages. The first one is long-lasting. Following the technical guidelines, the longevity of liquid TPU wrap is 5 years. However, realistically, in harsh conditions or on complicated forms, it will last at least 2 years. Then you may need some local renovation, while PPF will last around 5-7 years. This drawback will be for professional detailers and for DIY car enthusiasts. Applying liquid TPU with an aerosol can next to your buddy's house, like with Plasti Dip, is not possible. You will need a paint spray booth and a paint spray gun. Another drawback of liquid TPU is that this technology is pretty new, so there are not so many professionals who can provide you with high-quality jobs, which can make longevity even lower. Also, people who will maintain your car after wrapping can harm the wrap due to a lack of knowledge about new technology. For example, the base layer of this coating is sensitive to alcohol, and some detailers use water plus alcohol during finished car prep. Using it on not protected base coat can ruin the wrap. I did not find this information, so I'm not sure if it's a technology drawback or just the complicity of the process that will make costs unreasonably high. But with liquid TPU, nobody is covering the inner side of doors and body panel. So if you are changing the color, there will be a huge contrast when you open the doors. I think it's about time to see the step-by-step application process of liquid TPU wrap. The first step is obvious. It's car paint prep. It includes decontamination and polishing. In some cases, the surface may require paint correction. However, an even surface is mandatory for perfect results. I don't think it will be as dramatic as with vinyl wrap due to the thickness of TPU wrap. The thinner the wrap, the more imperfections become visible. The second step is removing or covering all the parts that are not going to be wrapped. Then, you move the car or parts to the paint cabin. Once it's done, you can start spraying specialized isolation primer for liquid TPU and letting it dry while keeping necessary temperature in the cabin. It will help the wrap to bond properly and increase longevity, so the wrap will not slick off in 1 week, like Plasti Dip. Then you apply the elastic film, which is your main coating that can be applied in several layers. Here you can leave it transparent or add some color. Once it will be dry, then goes the final layer, which is the protective coating. That creates a chosen finish, adds protection to the film, and even some hydrophobic properties. When the car is dry, the wrap requires only final polishing and you are good to go. However, don't forget that it will take up to 1 month for the wrap to cure completely, so avoid harsh chemicals and high pressure during car wash. In my opinion, such coating has everything to become the future car detailing trend, or it's already a present trend, but we did not fully realize yet. Unfortunately, it will not be so massively popular for car enthusiasts like Plasti Dip was, because DIY application may not lead to wanted results. However, in terms of professional application, I'm sure that you will see more and more liquid TPU service offers in your local detailing shops. The only thing that can ruin its way to popularity is poor quality service that will make customers think that liquid TPU does not last long, and it will be a pity as it's a really good wrap. During my research, I noticed detailers in China, Europe, and the US who offer only liquid TPU services already. So it shows us that some professionals find this technology interesting, and now it's the customer's move. So now you know the main pros and cons of liquid TPU film, and you can make your own decision if this product has a future in the car world or if it's just a waste of money. Share your opinion in the comments. I'm sure it will be interesting for everyone to discuss such future detailing trends. Thanks for watching and have a lovely detailing, folks.
I just found out that some companies are already developing liquid TPU in aerosol cans. So all the Plasti Dip fans, if you are not on pension yet, be ready.